Rotherham's first game at Sheffield's Don Valley Stadium ended with a first win thanks to new boy Ruben Reid's debut goal for the club. The Millers, who started the season on minus 17 points, getting off to the best possible start.
The Rotherham players are certainly doing their bit to overhaul their points deduction, and they took the lead at Morecambe through a fine finish from Mark Lynch. It sailed beyond keeper Barry Roach. It's Lynch's first ever goal. The quality of football being played by the Millers was eye-catching. Nice link-up play between Ryan Taylor and Mark Hudson allowed Taylor to make it 2-0 after withstanding Dave Artell's challenge. Themselves onto the score sheet when Neil Wainwright smuggled the ball into the net, despite the presence of Jamie Green and keeper Andy Warrington. Warrington has challenged his teammates to keep their early season momentum going if they are to stay up this season. Now, having got his first career goal, Mark Lynch rounded off the scoring with his second, which was another fine strike.
Rotherham can't afford to waste any time making up the 17 points they had deducted before the season began, and they took little more than a minute to go in front against Chester through Ian Sharps. Chester have had a miserable start to the season, and it didn't threaten to get any better here. Ruben Reid on the rebound. Chester, who last won on the 22nd of March, at least managed to end a dismal run of 6 league games without a goal. Kevin Ellison reducing the deficit. Rotherham manager Mark Robbins thought his team excellent at times, and the flurry of first-half goals came to an end when Reid set up Alex Rhodes in the 27th minute.
Rotherham's points deficit is now only 7 after this battling draw at Griffin Park. Brett Johnson's header for Brentford a little wayward. Rotherham were also dangerous from set pieces. Mark Hudson's corner met by Nick Fenton. Keeper Ben Hamer to the rescue.
Luton are now within 8 wins of having no points. Bournemouth and Rotherham are also still in negative territory, but Macclesfield and Barnet are yet to get a point, and Macclesfield haven't yet scored a goal. 4 clubs have 10 points: Dagenham and Redbridge, Shrewsbury, Bury and Wickham, and apart from Rotherham, they are the only unbeaten clubs.
Rotherham's best start to a season in 20 years ended in stoppage time at Saltergate. Robert Page's hopeful punt headed home by defender Alan Goodall. It was his first goal in 13 months.
Rochdale threw away a 2-goal lead at Rotherham. The visitors went in front after Tom Kennedy's run was only cleared by keeper Andy Warrington as far as the on-loan Ipswich forward Jordan Rhodes. He bagged only his second senior goal. Early in the second half, the Millers were carved open, and Will Buckley's decision to break forward was spotted by Gary Jones. He picked out Buckley, who did well to beat Warrington to make it 2-0. But the power balance began to change when referee Darren Drysdale judged that Lee Thorpe's lunge on Ian Sharps was worthy of a red card. The visitors then began to lose some focus. 7 minutes later, the Millers got back into the game thanks to an own goal from Rory McCardle, who failed to deal with the ball back into the box from Pablo Mills. And to the delight of the home fans, in the 5th minute of injury time, Rotherham were level. Ruben Reid beat Tom Kennedy to the ball and made it 2-2 to round off a dramatic afternoon for the 3,500 supporters at the Don Valley Stadium.
The battle of the sides punished with points deficits in the summer went the way of Rotherham at the Don Valley Stadium. Alex Rhodes scored the freakiest of goals from 40 yards to leave the Millers on -3 and the Hatters, worryingly for them, on -20.
Is this really a giant killing? Rotherham may still be in negative equity in the league, but in the Carling Cup, seeing off championship sides has become routine. Nick Fenton set them off again against Southampton. And when Danny Harrison's screamer made it 2-0, the Saints were marching towards an exit already used by Sheffield Wednesday and Wolves this season. Harrison's strike set a benchmark that Stern John comfortably matched 5 minutes later. But that was as close as Southampton got to a comeback. Drew Broughton's clincher couldn't compete for quality, but Rotherham boss Mark Robins didn't mind. And guess who the former Manchester United striker fancies in the next round?
Rotherham are edging closer to overturning their points deficit, yet they fell behind in London to an absolute screamer from Paul Benson. He reckoned it was the best of his career. Back came Mark Robbins's battlers, who ended the day at -2 after this equaliser. A real dog's dinner of a goal defensively as Mark Birchall scrambled the ball across the line.
So now Rotherham 2 points away from 0, and they're home to Grimsby next. Port Vale drop 2 to 18th. At the top, Notts County rise 5 places to 12th. Shrewsbury jump back into the top 3. Bradford drop 2 places to stay to go into 5th, and Brentford rise 3 places to 4th.